Let's get it. Here we go. It is Friday. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling good today. I hope you are as well. It is the CBS Minnesota Daybreaker. I think we should, somebody in the comments mentioned yesterday that the Daybreaker, it sounds like something that is going to ruin your day. Maybe we should call it the Day Maker. I don't know. Chew on it. Think about it. We've changed the name of this thing once. Who's going to stop? We can change it as much as we want. Just keep that CBSN Minnesota part of it in there, because that's where we show this thing on our streaming service. We want to start you off with a look at the weather today. It's going to be warm. Windy, though, this afternoon. So when you see 80 degrees, you're like, hey, it's going to be just a sick Friday. On the backyard deck, maybe, a patio, nice drink. Just keep everything kind of, you know, anchored down. It's going to be a little windy this afternoon, depending on where you live. This weekend, things start to change, and we get a little more normal fall weather, but still should be a nice weekend overall, with some chances for showers, though, overnight and into Saturday. All right, as is our sort of Friday tradition, we like to do a weird feedback segment, and I think this one is suitably weird. So first, the news. President Trump's daughter Ivanka has been in town. She was in Minneapolis yesterday, and she tweeted this overnight from the Fleet Farm in Winona. And you know, like, first of all, Ivanka Trump, like, looks stylish, right? She looks good. She's ready for the Fleet Farm. And I don't understand her purchases exactly. She's bought a Star Wars Baby Yoda toy, and apparently like just enormous, like 5 pounds of red vines in her hand. And there's something else when you make that picture full. It looked like maybe a nail file or something. She has one other thing. But this is the beauty of Fleet Farm, right? Because it's the most random store ever. You go to Fleet Farm and you're like, you know what I need? I need some fertilizer. I need a saddle for my horse. And I need a bag of circus peanuts. And I need some camouflage underwear. All of those things available at Fleet Farm. It's the weirdest / coolest store, right? You could just spend out. So we want to know, what do you buy at Fleet Farm? What is it? Is it the candy? Like, there's like, don't they have like those candy coated peanuts too? So many weird things at the Fleet Farm. So what do you buy? This segment will either be a tremendous hit or a huge flop. I can't tell. Leave your comments on the Facebook page. Don't let me down, because if this thing fails, our producer Chris is 100% blaming me. This is totally my fault. So what do you buy at Fleet Farm? The randomer, the better. Share your comments on the CCO TV Facebook page. Some headlines for you. Healthcare providers say there's a shortage right now of the flu vaccines that are meant for people age 65 and older.
We are currently out of the high-dose flu vaccine. We've been hearing that some of the clinics locally, too, have been out of it. There haven't been any manufacturer delays reported, but obviously demand is high. So I think people are running out of it sooner than they can get more in.
Did you guys know there is such a thing as a high-dose flu vaccine? I did not know that. Health Partners says that the demand for the flu shot for people who are 65 and better is early, and it's unprecedented. They say they're not going to have the higher dose vaccine until October 7th. Allina Health also waiting until next week for a new shipment. CDC has recommended getting a flu shot by the end of October. And I think what happens here is you just make your appointment, and if you're 65 or older, they just give you that. So a bit of a shortage, just something to be aware of. We're probably going to experience this as people, good news, people going out there and getting that flu shot. This is a strange and sad story. A Minnesota congressional candidate has died, and that is triggering a special election. So Adam Weeks is his name. He was the candidate for the Legal Marijuana Now party, which is a major party in Minnesota because it got enough votes in the past, so it's on the ballot. He died unexpectedly at home on Monday. Young man, hate to hear that. He was one of 3 candidates on the ballot in the 2nd congressional district. Angie Craig is the Democrat. She's currently the congressperson there. Tyler Kistner is the Republican who is running. Both issued statements of condolences, of course, for Adam Weeks and his family. But this it does have ramifications for the election, right? His death triggers a provision in state law that pushes the election to a special election in February. So you see right now on the ballot, District 2, it's on there. They're the candidates. When you go to vote, if you live in the south suburbs and you're in District 2, you will see this. You can fill it in, but it won't count. There will be a special election that gets pushed till February. The legal marijuana now will have the option to nominate another candidate. So very strange. You might see commercials still on TV today. I saw one for Angie Craig this morning, but expect those commercials to come off the air as the campaign is essentially, well, it's not over. It just is extended a couple of months for a special election. Today, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will become the first woman to lie in state in the U.S. Capitol. Ginsburg's casket will be brought to the Capitol this morning for a private ceremony. Her family and lawmakers and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden and his wife plan to attend. President Trump paid his respects yesterday and was greeted with boos and chants. I don't know about that, you know. President says he will announce his replacement for Justice Ginsburg tomorrow. For a second straight day, President Trump did cast doubt on whether he will accept the results of the election. He did this the last time he ran for office as well. And all of the experts are saying there's no reason for any doubt about the integrity of our election. The University of Minnesota is considering changes to spring break. In a letter to staff, the provost said they're thinking about moving spring break to April, and here's why. They're worried about students traveling, right? Because, hey, spring break, woo! Can't help themselves. They can't. You can't help yourself. You're going to go to Panama City. You're going to live it up. You're going to go to, where do people go? Cancun? I don't know. I don't know where. You know where I went for spring break? Home. That was it. I didn't have the money to go to some big spring break trip. The idea is by delaying it, then you could just have distance learning for the last 3 weeks of the semester so everybody doesn't go get their corona with their coronas and bring it back to the campus. So they'll decide that next month. Restaurant in downtown Red Wing is working to reopen after a driver slammed into its building. I was so glad to see this story because I was worried about Liberty's Restaurant and Lounge, weren't you, when you saw this? 3 weeks ago, this guy in an SUV slams into it. And the whole building nearly toppled. This building's been around since 1886. You look at this and think, holy moly, a car slams into it. 3 stories of the building, you see the facade falling apart. Well, here's the update. The building is structurally sound, so they're able to kind of put it back together. Restaurant's owner says a couple companies from the Twin Cities have stepped in to help with reconstruction, and the community has stepped up as well because you've got all the workers from the restaurant who are out of work and the residents who lived in the building who had to find another place to stay. Look, they're selling T-shirts, and some of the restaurant's products are selling them at other stores in Red Wing.
It's amazing. Sorry, get choked up on every time I think about it. Everyone's been so incredible.
Yeah, it's just terrific. 3 of the 4 dining sections will actually be open and ready for customers on October 1st. It's just like 10 days or something. Noreen says the most damaged part of the building will take a lot longer. It'll be ready in summer of 2021. Big day for Prince fans as the estate is dug into the vault and is releasing dozens of previously unreleased tracks, part of the remastered album that many consider to be Prince's best of all time.
Extra lover. My babe, you ever had crystal ball?
This is a little teaser video that the estate released. Sign of the Times was a 1987 release. It's in the Grammy Hall of Fame. Critics loved it more than Purple Rain. And today it's the focus of a super deluxe reissue, 92 tracks. So look for that, Prince fans. That's cool. Big book with that as well. Okay, what do you guys think about this? A security drone for inside your house. Amazon debuted a number of pieces of tech at the hardware event yesterday. It's called the Always Home Cam. It's a Ring product, which, you know, they have the doorbells. Amazon owns that now. That's about $250. It flies a preset path. So, like, if you're up at the cabin, you can kind of assign the Ring to take a journey around your house. That is so weird. Are you guys that worried about your house? Like, how much burglary is happening in your world? This will be available next year. This is the biggest racket, I think, going. Like the home security racket. Like the amount you spend compared to like how much is stolen from your house. Come on. All right. We hope Kirk Cousins can bounce back from those 3 interceptions last Sunday and an absolutely terrible and embarrassing performance against the Colts. But if he doesn't, this may be the arm we need for the Vikings. This own Ellie Olmanson, she's about 30 yards away. Bam! Nothing but net there. Ellie recorded this trick shot at her home in Wayzata. Her brother running the video camera there. The CBS TV show Greatest at Home Videos noticed this amazing trick shot. So Ellie will be featured on tonight's show, 7 o'clock. Here on Channel 4 and on CBS all around the country. We talked to her on WCCO this morning today. She's a senior at the University of Notre Dame and just an awesome person, so we're happy for Ellie. Back to today's talker, inspired by Ivanka Trump. She has been a trendsetter in the fashion world, in the business world, now working for her father at the Trump administration. And yesterday she went to Fleet Farm and bought some licorice. So we asked you, when you go to Fleet Farm, what do you buy? Eric is here. Eric, what are people saying?
Chris can leave you alone because we got lots of comments.
See?
This is a winner.
All right.
Jen said, I usually come out of Fleet Farm with peanuts and planting soil.
Yep.
Linda said, camouflage underwear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have seen camouflage underwear at, well, actually, I didn't see it.
You didn't?
So
Oh, yeah.
A classic dad joke.
Don't say what you did see then.
Right.
Becca said, we get my hubby's steel-toed boots, bags of chopped nuts, and crushed peppermints for holiday baking.
Oh, yeah. They sell them crushed already. That's nice. Who's got time to crush peppermints?
No, you can't get that. Our own Guy Still said, great place to get kids seasonal gear, winter boots, and freeze-dried food with a 25-year shelf life, because we know he's got a bunker.
For sure, Guy has a bunker.
Absolutely.
I love it. I just love the randomness. Like I could literally spend 2 hours walking around Fleet Farm.
Totally. Linda says, horse mane shampoo for horses, but works well on humans' hair.
Oh, I love it.
Dolly says, yes, it's the Daybreaker, and Dean says, go back to the 734.
Yeah, well, if we called it the CBSN Minnesota, the 734, but this airs, I don't know when this is on, do you? It's on CBSN Minnesota a couple times.
It's always on CBSN Minnesota.
That's right. That's what it is. All right, good stuff. Thanks, everybody. Maybe we could get a sponsorship for this bit.
From Fleet Farm.
Stuart Mills, are you watching? We're ready. We're ready for the sponsorship here. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you Monday.